the
11 or 13 is pretty much standard.
Extended race, so you guys can enjoy even more terrific pull from these two. We're going to be back very, very soon. And breaking will be Michael Feliciano. Can he get that break going?
I think the long race is kind of favors Michael a little bit, because in many of the matches he plays, they'll play a race to 25 or a race to 30. So he's comfortable with the long race.
Yeah, interesting point. I didn't think of it like that. Hoping Chung's going to be breaking next. And you thought that miss on the 2 may have cost him the second rack. But Koping Chung thought long and hard about this safety, and then all that English that was still on the cue ball just kept the cue ball running. And then Michael Feliciano said thank you very much.
Michael had a rough go of it in the semifinals with Koi Villafuerte. It's probably a relief for him to be in the finals and be guaranteed that $15,000. Probably the biggest payday of his career already.
Well, it was 48 years ago that there was a thriller in Manila, and it was, of course, he's taking a lead here, and he will be breaking next, Feliciano. Missed there, Jay.
Not even close. This would be a little bit of an upset if Michael can pull this off. But there's no pressure on him. It's not. Sometimes it's good to be the underdog, you know?
So Koping Chung will be breaking next as we see a replay of that missed opportunity to make the 7 in the zone. It kind of was an opportunity, wasn't it, Jay? Wasn't that difficult of a jump, to be honest?
That's probably an area of the game that Michael can work on. We've seen him shoot several jump shots the last couple of days with marginal success. Let's just say that.
Yeah, usually Filipinos, they love to kick, don't they? The great Efren Reyes, of course, that's kind of the benchmark, isn't it, for Filipinos growing up? That's the guy they look up to. Jump cue.
Watch
Feliciano.
this. Watch this.
See, look, that cue ball coming across nearly made the 9 once again, Jay. Look,
Well, that's
very close.
They're playing that.
Absolutely.
They're playing that break to kick into the 9. And that one really worked for Michael. I'll tell you what, if he's got his break working, this is going to be a tough match for Ko, because Michael's got a powerful break.
For Koping Chung, and that was the safety that Ko played that caused the problem for Feliciano.
Early in the match, but it's important. He pulled back within 2 games. We got a match here, folks.
That was the shot, wasn't it? That 4 to the 5, a really nice shot. And he plays that run through so well.
He thought about shooting in the side pocket, but as soon as he had that angle, he said, no, I'm going down in the end.
Yeah, Koping Chung.
17.
So we've had 9 racks. What do you think, Jay? How's it looking to you?
Looks like a toss-up right now. It looks like it could go either way.
Yeah, I think if Michael can just stay the odd rack in front every now and then, it's going to put that little bit of pressure on Ko Ping Chung.
Well, Michael's got his A game going, and that's good enough to put heat on anybody.
Yeah, this was a shot that was a little bit short, but played a great shot, didn't he, to get on that 4-ball. And then this lovely little stun follow.
Tricky little rack negotiated there by Mr. Chung. Mistake on the break right here.
The one and the cue ball and the one had a nice little dance there in the pocket. Did you see that? They did a bit of a tango together.
Only one ball got past the side pocket, so that was a pretty feeble hit on the pack there by Michael Feliciano.
Yeah, great stuff.
We got a tie ball game once again.
Jay, didn't it, with that great safety that Ko played.
That's probably his best break of the match right there. But he's broke pretty solid every time. And we'll see what Michael can come up with next time. But Michael's last 2 breaks have not been that good. And what I like to say, and in the game of 9-ball, the break shot is the most important shot. How you open that rack.
Yeah, and he's hitting them so well. There we see the perfect break again.
That's what he wants to do. Kick off the edge of that 9, get the cue ball. You want that cue ball as close to the middle of the table as possible.
Yeah, and there was really nothing that could go wrong from there. Just
Well,
kept in line, as you say.
He's really played brilliantly, but notice he's only 1 game ahead. This is no runaway here, that's for sure. He's got his hands full with Michael Feliciano.
To sharksbilliardleague.com, and there's lots of information on there of upcoming matches. And of course, we spoke about Dennis Robocop or Colo will be starting out in a race to 90 against Fedor Gorst tomorrow afternoon, 4 p.m. local time. And then Kelly Fisher is in town from the 4th of August.
Let me ask you something.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
Federer's nickname? Long
The
time.
Ghost.
And he's one of the best.
And it all started when his father used to take Ko Ping Yi, his older brother, round all the pool halls to play all the best players he could in Chinese Taipei and Taiwan there. And now this young man is being coached. So it's been passed down. I wonder, will Ko Ping Chung...
There you go. I would say that where Ko comes from, Taiwan, may be the country that produces the second greatest number of top pool players. I'd have to put these 2 countries in the top 2.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Sad to say the USA is not up there. The European Union has got gangs of good players.
With the opening, the jump shot here from Ko, it was scratched.
You see how high that cue ball was? That cue ball was at least a foot off the table, maybe more.
That's about as much emotion as you'll ever see out of the very, very calm Ko.
That was it. That was the key shot right there.
Yeah, this 4-ball impressed me as well, the way he drew it off the back rail.
Zip.
I know the way to impress you is to crash a ball into the side pocket, Jay, because they're so difficult, aren't they?
Well, watch that cue ball stop rolling. If you take a ball out of the pocket and it touches the cue ball, it's a foul. You have to wait till the cue ball stops rolling.
Yeah, the Bulgarian Kristina Zlateva did that against Tyler Steyer in one of the Matchroom events. Hit a ball and it was ball in hand, and Tyler stepped up and knocked the 8-ball in. I bet she'll never do that again. Kristina, one of the up-and-coming female players, also a very, very good snooker player.
In this long match. Here we go. Here we go. This was probably the key shot. That opening shot on the one, which he hit perfectly.
And the pace that he plays at, including the pace he puts into the balls, you know, he always gives the ball every chance of the pocket accepting it. Let's hope he doesn't start to get a twinge. That was the illegal break, but it didn't cost him because Ko didn't get a decent safety in.
Yeah, he's shaking his head.
Here was the mistake.
Oh, that's what happened. He hit the 7. He wanted the 2 up there on the end rail, and he glanced off the 7, and it moved over to the side. Nevertheless, Michael had to make a really good shot on the 2 and a tough shot on the 3.
Yeah, they were the tough shots, weren't they? From there on, he was banging line on everything. As we watch the replay of this rack, perfection from Chung. Back after the break.
Watch this. Good break. Oh, 6-ball. Why did you do that?
Yeah, he's been kicked in at least twice now, and there was no fault of his own.
Yeah, he had a solid break there. That was a good break.
And this was the recovery.
Yeah. Couldn't have hit it any better than that.
Good stuff. In it goes, and we're going to nip out very quickly, guys. We'll be back with the next rack, co-leading by 2.
Yeah, that ball just went straight in the side. It's good to see Michael take advantage of that.
And they're still very quick racks, you know, even if it's just a scratch on the break or an unlucky dry break or whatever, the player's coming in and running the rack. So it's a very,
and he's out of sorts, even though it's a tie match.
And this is where it went wrong for Ko.
This is the first game that I'd say Michael really did not look good in this game. He made 2 really bad shots.
This was a great jump, this shot coming up here.
Well, this is the one that won the game, that's for sure. Wait till you see this shot. How this 8-ball went in, I don't know. Look at that. How did that ball go in?
That was 4 inches away from the pocket.
Well, that was a very forgiving.
He needs a decent break and a little bit of luck, but that was a wild shot, wasn't it? That he
Well, he had
there.
no chance to make the 8, really. And he could have just jumped the edge of that ball that was blocking him and come off the top of the side of that 3 ball and go down table. It appeared to me as if he had other. I wouldn't bet on this match. No way. No way. He tried. It was what he did, but they hit that ball really slow. I like that. I like that shot right there.
So tell us your favourite game to play. What race? A couple of racks that have gone a little bit strange. We've had a few little safety battles. The breaks have been pretty good on the whole, haven't they? A little bit of bad luck here and there with kicks, getting the cue ball kicked in.
All in all, excellent match. And the best is yet to come. Who will emerge victorious here? Can Michael find some way to upset the apple cart and Mr. Coe?
King in the next rack as well. After that dry break from Michael Feliciano, played that wonderful shot. This is the shot of the match so far for me.
You and me both, brother. You and me both.
He had to overcut it slightly, didn't he? Play it into the other side of the side pocket there, Jay, to create that angle.
Mm-hmm.
Played it to perfection. And that wasn't an easy rack.
You know, Mark, every rack of 9 ball is like a little puzzle. And you have to figure out where to put the piece.
To have a temperament like, well, any one of the 3 Coes. I mean, I'd love to meet their father and mother. I guess they're the same kind of ilk, wouldn't you say? Calm and collected.
Probably. It's something that you really have to learn, just like any other skill at pool.
You think so? You don't think you're born with that temperament?
I don't think so.
And even the difficult racks, yeah, and then the safety as well, of course, that we're just seeing now. I think he out-safetied Michael in that department of the game as well. So I think all round, it's a fair result.
Hey, kudos to Michael Feliciano. Great tournament. You played tough in the final, buddy. You made Coe come with it. I'll tell you what, he needed to have his A-plus game to beat you today. So congratulations to you as well, my friend.
Yeah, well said, Jay. Not many people could live with Coe in that particular form, and Michael Feliciano stepped up.